The Supreme Court has ruled against Apple in a major case, and of all things, conservative Brett Kavanaugh actually sided with his liberal fellow judges. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. Thank you for joining me on my vlog channel. Now I want to say up front, this video is unique for me because I was actually going to put this on the main channel. I had like 5 stories I wanted to do, so it's like, okay, obviously 2 of them are going to come on here. And as I came, there was one story which was the straw story that was going to be obvious to put on the vlogging channel. But what was the next one going to be? And even though I want the main channel to branch out into other topics, I ultimately decided this I was going to put on the vlogging channel because I'm going to be sharing my personal opinion on politics in some areas. And yeah, that ever so slightly means that, well, first of all, it might get demonetized anyway, so you might as well put it on the channel that doesn't make money. And, well, people share their personal opinions on vlog channels, so there you go. This shirt, I'm going to just button this up real quick because it's just, there, that looks better. So anyway, let's look at this National Review article. It says, Kavanaugh sides with liberal justice in ruling iPhone users can sue Apple over app prices. And, you know, I'm going to also talk about a little bit of Uber on this one, believe it or not. This really was a nail-biter which channel to leave this on, but there you go. Justice Brett Kavanaugh sided with his liberal colleagues on the Supreme Court Monday, writing for an ideological, unusual majority that iPhone users can sue Apple over the high app prices that result from its monopolistic control over the iPhone app's aftermarket. Kavanaugh and the court's 4 liberal justices concurred with the Ninth Circuit's contention that Apple, not app developers, controls the point of sale and, as a result, can be sued for exercising monopoly. Quote, it is undisputed that the iPhone owners bought the apps directly from Apple, Kavanaugh wrote, splitting with a district court that previously held that app developers are responsible for pricing. Kavanaugh took issue with Apple's defense that it does not have a monopoly because it doesn't set the retail price for individual apps, pointing out that the fee the company charges developers, 30% of sales revenue plus $99 annually, significantly affects retail pricing. I would say so. Quote, in the retail context, the price charged by a retailer to a consumer is often a result, at least in part, of the price charged by the manufacturer or supplier to the retailer, or of negotiations between the manufacturer or supplier and the retailer, Kavanaugh wrote. Justice Neil Gorsuch, writing for the court's conservative dissenters, argued that the majority relied on the convoluted pass-on theories in which damages to the consumer that are actually inflicted by the app developers can be passed on to third party, namely Apple. Quote, if the proximate cause line is no longer to be drawn at the first injured party, how far down the causal chain can a plaintiff be and still recoup damages, he wrote. The court's decision simply allows the original lawsuit brought by a group of iPhone users to proceed. It does not represent a ruling of the merits of the case. So, there you go. By the way, I kind of want to know, like, what do you liberals now think of Brett Kavanaugh? I'm going to be perfectly honest. This is where I'm going to get personal with the politics, and then we're going to talk about the case a little bit more. I liked Kavanaugh. I thought he was a great Supreme Court justice pick because he is someone who looks at the rule of the land. He looks at the facts. He has shown very good judgment in how he interprets facts, and that he looks at how it's written, and that's how it's going to be. And hey, if we're going to change it, we can change it. But until then, this is how it is. So I liked him. And let's be frank, when the Democrats tried to derail his nomination with the whole Christina Blasey Ford situation, it was like, I think I ended up like liking him more, and I said, I really hope he ends up showing them up to show that he is fair and balanced, because I thought that whole thing was a farce. I mean, granted, when Christine Ford Blasey first made the accusations, of course I was concerned. Then, you know, the accusations from other people got more weird. And when she finally testified, I'm sorry, but I don't remember where I was. I don't remember how I got home. I don't remember the party. I don't remember whose it was. I don't remember this. I don't remember anything except I'm 100% certain that this man, well, he raped me. That's the only thing she could remember. And it's like, no. Not good enough. It's definitely not good enough. So I was glad that he got confirmed. And now look at that. He has actually helped Apple, iPhone users, I should say, sue Apple for monopoly, because I do believe it is monopoly. Apple does control this fee, and that you have to get approved by them. It's not an open market by any stretch of the imagination. And some people might say, well, if you don't want, to conform to Apple, just get an Android. And I agree. But, the Android App Store is definitely a lot more open. So is the Amazon App Store now I think about it. But when you have so many devices out there, like I think the iPhone accounts for at least half of the smartphone sales out there. So yeah, that could technically be constituted as a monopoly that Apple has a lot of control over. And here's one of the things that I'm actually really interested in for the rideshare people who watch this video. If Apple gets sued for this and they lose, then this might be the key for drivers to sue Uber, Lyft, Postmates, all those other companies for being a monopoly too, because Uber and Lyft and Postmates, they control the pricing, they control the wages, and we have no say in that. So this could actually be a good starting point for Uber and Lyft drivers to eventually sue Uber, Lyft, Postmates, DoorDash. I wouldn't sue Caviar. Caviar's always paid me very well. But sue these gig economy apps for controlling the pricing and having a monopoly. Because, really, if you're going to do rideshare, it's Uber or Lyft. Are you going to go with Trip? I mean, I see Trip people all the time sharing their code. I don't know anyone who actually drives for Trip. So, there you go. Anyway, that's this video. It's going to be a little shorter because despite the very controversial nature of the thing, that's about all I have to say about it. I'm glad Kavanaugh is a justice. I'm glad he ruled with the liberals on this one. I think Kavanaugh might actually end up being a swing vote for the most part. And it's funny because liberals were really scared of this guy. Like, he's going to tilt it, and it's all going to be conservative all the time, and yet mainly because of him. Some of these cases that we thought were shoo-in to side with conservatives ended up benefiting the liberals, because he's a much more fair man than people give him credit for, because that fear was there. Oh, he's a registered Republican, he can't be good. No, see, this is what balance looked like, in my opinion. So anyway, that's my thoughts. What about you? I'd love to hear your comments below. Nicely, of course. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly. If you want to save money on gas, check out the GetUp site app below. It's totally free, and you get cash back for every gas purchase you make. And, as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.